Hello and welcome back for another bad comic review. It's time for Warlord issue 5. Now, the Warlord is of course Colonel Travis Morgan, Lieutenant Colonel of the U.S. Air Force, and he is trapped in Skartaris with its eternal sun. Well, in this issue we pick up where we left off in issue 4. The slaves have rebelled and freed Tara and the city-state, and now Travis is taking some of his men and they are heading to Shambhala when they are caught off guard in a rocky pass by a large Tyrannosaurus Rex. Thankfully, Tara and the Warlord are able to escape. The other men flee, but in a different area, where Travis and Tara had to go up the side of the cliff face to escape, and they push a giant rock and crush the lizard. In the process, they find an entrance to an old cavern. Well, it turns out that this is not just a cave entrance, this is a door, and it leads to a massive set of supercomputers. And here we learn a lot of the secrets of Skartaris, that it was actually founded by Atlanteans after Atlantis sank, or just before Atlantis sank into the ocean. And the Atlanteans were able to live longer and work harder and stay awake for extended periods of time, like days and days. So it led to massive productivity, which led to massive advancements in technology, and eventually a war, which lasted 7.39 minutes. The resulting war pretty much annihilated the entire civilization and turned a lot of people that were close to the radiation into subhumans, in a reversal of evolution. So you had your normal people, and then you had like Cro-Mags and lizard men and other monsters. And that's when Travis finds out that Demos was using index log supplement B-100-D to create the illusion, the solid light hologram from last time. Travis is intending to do some more exploration. Tara wants to get out of there, then catch up with the others, but Travis is kind of set on it, and that's when they are beset by some primitive hyenas, and there's a big battle with this herd of hyenas. Travis runs out of ammo, and they have to sword fight it out, and in the meantime, he is pushed through an old wooden door, which collapses under the weight, and he finds what looks like a subway train shuttle, and she doesn't want to get on there and poke around, so he's like, I'll just take a glance at the controls, make sure it's safe. They smooch. He gets in, and it sets off the automatic door, which shuts, and as he tries to open the door, the shuttle takes off, knocks him unconscious because he's not secured in a seatbelt. Always wear your seatbelt, kids. And when he wakes up, the shuttle has stopped through an automatic guidance system, and he finds himself in a cave, and thinking that, it's an underground connection to all of the underworld, to the various cities, he thinks he's near a city, but when he steps out, he has a Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes moment when he realizes that the cave goes outside and he sees the moon, so he's no longer in Skartaris. And that's where the issue ends. It's a brilliant cliffhanger ending. It was kind of predictable. I kind of figured that's where they were going, but the one-page spread at the end where he's on his knees looking up at the sky is great, and the moon has this sort of woman's face to it. But yeah, there's some great action scenes with those hyenas. The computers look really cool. Obviously the technology information is probably a little questionable because of the age of the book. It was written in 1975, or 76, I guess. So yeah, it was it's a little behind the times as far as the type of technology, but another great issue. It's more of an informative issue, not as much of an action issue as some of the others, but they're really doing a lot of world building here. Mike Grell is really setting up an awesome storyline, and it's just been one fantastic issue after another. If you haven't picked up Warlord and you like sword and sorcery and action, I highly recommend it. This is a fun book. This issue does set up a little bit more of the history of Skartaris, which to some would be a little boring, but if you're reading it as a series, should work out just fine. If you get a chance to go out and pick it up, it's a good book. I highly recommend it. In the meantime, that'll do it for this one, and we'll hopefully see you on the next episode.